What's up, guys? I got a bunch of player props for tonight, a pretty big play for me. So I have 5 player props, and I'm betting $500 to win 5,000 on this new platform called Jock Market. So a lot of people will be like, why would I sign up for Jock Market if I use prize picks already? So you're going to notice Jock Market, they actually have for their 5-pick entries. The only difference between them and prize picks is prize picks calls it a flex play, whereas on Jock Market, it's called a 5-pick partial lock. But regardless, you're going to notice they have the exact same payouts. So long story short, the math behind these platforms is the same. But anyways, what you're going to notice is, as an example, my first player prop on Jock Market is Wyatt Johnston under half of a point. So I'm taking Johnston to not have a point. And if you look at prize picks, so if we go over to the NHL, and we look at player points, you're going to see they don't even have a market. Prize Picks isn't even offering this betting market, player points, but it's available on Jock Market. So I've explained this to people before and in other videos, but as a sharp bettor, you want to have as many sportsbook accounts as possible. So Jock Market, they offer an $100 registration bonus when you sign up. They'll give you, I've been pretty successful on this platform so far, but long story short, they'll give you a $100 deposit bonus. So you put $100 into Jock Market, they'll match that on your first deposit, so you'll have $200 in your account. It's probably the easiest $100 that you'll ever make. So take advantage at least of the $100 sign-up bonus. But again, the reason you want to have both Prize Picks and Jock Market is these books have different lines from one another. Right? There's a super profitable play on Wyatt Johnston to not have a point on Jock Market, and Prize Picks has the exact same payouts as Jock Market, but you're going to see this play isn't available on Jock Market. So I'm not able, or this play isn't available on Prize Picks. It's only available on Jock Market. So it's always beneficial as a sharp bettor to have as many sportsbook accounts as possible. You never know which book is going to have profitable bets. It's going to have value on a given day. So let's get into my first pick. So my first play is from the Sportsbook screen on OddsJam. So you go to Sportsbook, then Sportsbook screen. And basically, this is kind of like a little Bloomberg terminal for sports betting, right? You can pull up any market you want to look at. So I'm looking at NBA player points and assists. And essentially, the way I use this tool is I just hunt for value in the market, right? You hunt for line discrepancies. So if you take a look at Derek White, just as an example, Prize Picks, Jock Market, Parlay Play, Underdog, all the sports books have Derek White's line at 14.5 points plus assists. There's no major discrepancies in the odds, so there's no value in the market, right? As a sharp bettor, we're hunting through all these books, right? Hundreds of sports books, all these different betting lines, all these different markets. You're literally like an investor. You're hunting through the market, looking for those rare few plays that actually have an edge. Right? For Jimmy Butler, all the books have him at 34.5 points plus assists. No value. For Tatum, all the books have him at 36.5. No value. Right? So as a sharp bettor, we're looking for discrepancies. So what I ended up finding is this play, so you can search players as well. And you're going to see this play is actually available on both Prize Picks and Jock Market. So if you have Prize Picks, you know, again, I recommend you sign up for Jock Market to get their $100 deposit bonus. It's available. This platform is available in almost every U.S. state. But what you're going to notice is, hey, you know, for Brogdon, Prize Picks as well as Jock Market, they have his line at 12 points plus assists. If you look at the other fantasy sites, Parlay Play, NHA, Underdog, they're lower, right? Prize Picks and Jock Market have his line at 12. All the other data points, all these other sports books, right? Caesars, Betway, they're all data points. As a sharp bettor, if you learn one thing from these videos, you treat every sports book as a data point on where should the line be set. And you're going to see every other bookmaker has Brogdon's line at 11.5 points plus assists. And in fact, if you look at FanDuel, so this is just FanDuel Sportsbook, you're going to see that FanDuel has Brogdon's under favored. So does DraftKings. So long story short, you're going to see this OddsJam algo odds column. This is basically just a weighted average of all the different sports books in the market. So BWin, BetMGM, FanDuel, whatever, all the different sports books. Is you're going to see Brogdon's under 11.5 points plus assists is actually slightly favored, right? There's a little bit of juice towards the under. The under is the more likely outcome, right? So Prize Picks, Jock Market, they have Brogdon's line at 12. Other fantasy sites, 3 other fantasy sites, Parlay Play, NHA, Underdog are saying, no, this line should be lower at 11.5. And then all the sports books also have the line lower at 11.5. And in fact, they kind of have the under 11.5 points plus assists for Brogdon as the favorite outcome. So the market is telling you, right, this Odds Jam Algo Odds column is just a weighted average of all the different sports books in the market. So the market is telling you, Brogdon is more likely to go under 11.5 points plus assists as opposed to over. And we're getting half of a point better at 12. So we want to take the under. Long story short, Jock Market, their line is way too high at 12. We want to take the under. And again, this betting tool is called the Sportsbook Screen. So you just go to Sportsbook Screen. It's one of the tools I use and I find a lot of profitable plays on. So my next play is Wyatt Johnston under half of a point. So I kind of explained it before, but this play is from a different betting tool. It's called the Fantasy Optimizer. So you can use this Fantasy Optimizer for, Fliff, Sleeper, Thrive Fantasy. It works for different platforms. And again, as a sharp bettor, never know which book is going to be slipping up, offering profitable bets on a given day. Today, we're finding a lot of value on Jock Market. We found, some really good plays. Sometimes it's Prize Picks. Sometimes it's Underdog Fantasy. So I encourage you to get as many of these sports books as possible, get their $100 sign-up bonus. I think basically all of these books have a $100 deposit bonus. Hot Streak even has a $200 deposit bonus for new users. You put in $200, there's going to be $400 in your account. So you obviously want to take advantage of those. But what the Fantasy Optimizer does is it just shows you profitable picks in green, right? You don't want to go with these plays in red. They're not profitable. This pick on Wyatt Johnston is really good. 55.27%. It's in green. This is a profitable player prop to go with on Jock Market. And again, it's not available on Prize Picks. But what I like to do is I like to keep these videos, educational. So I like to kind of explain why is this play profitable, right? A lot of people just give out picks, but I like to really break down the math behind these platforms, how they work, a bunch of different stuff like that. I try to keep these videos educational. So I've explained it in other videos, but if we go through the math behind Prize Picks payouts, the way that Prize Picks works is any 5 picks you select. So if I take Hill under 28.5 saves, if I switch, that player prop I had before from Kevin Love to Hill, you're going to see I'm getting the same payout. If I switch this to Jake Ottinger, I'm still getting the same payout on Prize Picks. So Prize Picks, as well as Jock Market, I said, earlier, these platforms work in the exact same way, but they're fixed payout platforms. They don't change your payout based on the 5 picks you select, right? So you could take unders, overs, you could take golf picks, you could take, KBO picks. It doesn't matter at all. If I add in a KBO pick and I replace this, NHL pick, you're going to see, hey, I'm pretty sure this guy was in the MLB, so that's a little embarrassing for him. But you're going to see you're still getting the exact same payout, right? It doesn't matter. Any 5 picks you select, you're always getting the same payout. So if we go back to, let's say, the MLB, what you can do is you can take these payouts from Prize Picks and you can back out what percentage of my picks do I have to win to be profitable. And this will apply to Jock Market and Prize Picks because they have the exact same payouts. But on Prize Picks, any 5 picks you select, you're getting this payout, right? So basically, on Prize Picks, you have to win 54.25% of your player prop over-unders to be profitable. So if you look at Prize Picks, right, if you can get these over-unders correctly, we can say, what's another good one? So Clark Schmidt, if you can get these over-unders correctly, 54.25% of the time or more, you're going to be profitable on Prize Picks. Right? Let's say you can win your player props 55% of the time, only losing 45%. Your ROI on Prize Picks is going to be 5%, 4.98%. So a lot of people, this doesn't make a ton of sense, but if you think about it, it should make sense, right? The way that Prize Picks is making money is they assume you have no edge. You have no advantage. And if you have no edge, no advantage. You're only going to get these player props correctly 50% of the time, right? You're going to win 50% of your picks. You're going to lose 50% of your picks if you have no advantage. Picking overs versus unders, if you have no advantage, is like flipping a coin and picking heads versus tails. You're 50-50 to win, 50-50 to lose. So basically on prize picks, if you win 50%, lose 50% of your picks, your ROI is going to be horrible, negative 25%. So what you have to do is find player props winning above 54.25% of the time. And you can see there's 3 right here, right? 2 MLB plays, Real Muto under 1.5 bases, Conforto under half of a run, as well as 1 NHL play, Johnston to not have a point, under half of a point. And it should make sense why Johnston's under is 55.27% to occur. Like if you look at the sportsbook odds, so this play was also on, the positive EV tool. There's a lot of overlap with this fantasy optimizer we have. But long story short is if you look at the sportsbooks, all of the sportsbooks, right? Every single one. Again, as sharp bettors, we treat every single book as a data point on where should this line be set. Every sportsbook has Johnston's under pretty heavily favored, around like minus 140 odds, right? FanDuel has the under minus 142. DraftKings minus 140. So the market is telling you, and it's not just like there's one data point, right? There's tons of data points. All these sports books have his under pretty heavily favored around minus 140. So the same way you can see the Boston Celtics, they're minus 320 favorites to win this game. They have a lot, according to the betting market, they're a lot more likely to win this game than Miami. They are the favored team, right? And it's no different here, right? Wyatt Johnston is a lot more likely to go under as opposed to over. And he's always going over or under. So if his under is more likely, his under is above 50% to occur. And what this fantasy optimizer does is it just quantifies the exact win probability for your bet. So Johnston under half of a point is 55.27% to hit. Again, everything on OddsJam, nothing BS, everything just based in data, everything based in sportsbook odds. So that's what I ended up going with. Real Muto under 1.5 bases. All the sportsbooks have the under heavily favored. So long story short, this play on Johnston, really good play. And I have 5 picks to win $5,000. I've explained this before. I want these videos to be educational. But in these videos, I'm just showing you where I'm putting my own money. Nothing super complicated. So what I ended up going with is Brogdon under 12, points plus assists. Conforto, no run. Mateo to record a hit. Real Muto under 1.5 total bases. And Wyatt Johnston under half of a point. Just following the data because that's how you make money sports betting. So 5 picks on Jock Market, $5,000 payout. Let's make some money, guys.